Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to today's Church360 Unite webinar on adding and updating pages. My name is Stephen Jenkins, and I'm a software consultant here at Concordia Technology Solutions. I've been here about 2.5 years. You can see my contact information on the screen, and if you ever have any questions about the software, feel free to reach out to me and I will assist you. A few housekeeping items for today. The presentation will last about 25 minutes long, and we'll have 5 minutes reserved for your questions and answers. Feel free to post your questions throughout the webinar. However, I will not be able to address them until the end of the presentation. This training webinar will be recorded and shared. So if you need to step away for any reason, don't worry. You'll receive an email with a link that will give you access to watch this video later on. So feel free to share this video with anyone that you like. Quick outline for today's webinar. I'll show you how to add pages and cover different types of pages that we have available. We'll talk about categories and how they relate to pages, and then I'll show you how to edit your pages, and we'll wrap up with questions and answers. So with that, let's get started. So I'm going to switch over to my training webinar website, and you should be familiar for anyone who has previously watched our Unite training videos. If you're signed in as an administrator like I am, you'll have access here to all these tabs at the top. Since today's training is about adding pages, I'm going to click on the Pages option and access that area. Now on the right side, we have all of our available menu items. These are pages that were previously created but are not currently active in our website navigation. So if you have pages that you only want to show during certain times of the year, like seasonal pages like your Christmas page, you would store them on this side when you're not ready to show them on your website. On the left side, we have our active menu items. In this section, the categories and the pages that you want people to access are located here. At the bottom of the screen are actions for selected pages. If I select one of the pages here, like for example our staff, I'll have the option to publish it, make it a draft, and if I make it a draft, the general public will not be able to see it or know that I'm working on it. I can also delete the selected page or make it public, which means that anyone can see this page whether or not they are logged on. I can make it private, which means someone would have to log in to be able to see the screen, and it's represented by this red tag here that says members only. And I can duplicate pages as well, so I can add them in other places very quickly. Now at the top right, we have our Add Category and Add Pages buttons. Now categories are like folders or menu items that hold your pages. Since people generally browse websites from their mobile devices, it's easier for them to hover over the categories and access those pages. So as I click out here, these are our categories and the pages are underneath. So just hovering over them, you'll be able to access those pages underneath. Now, the Add a Page button is our focus for today. So as I click here, I'm taken to a list of template options. The first option is a blank page where you can add anything that you want from scratch. The feed page is next. And this type of page is used for blogs or entering in announcements. You list posts on this page, and that can be accessed by individuals as well. The next type of template is a groups page, which you can learn more about in great detail on our upcoming September 20th training webinar. All of the other templates are starting points that give suggestions of the types of content that you may want to add to your page. So as I click on a couple, you'll see what the choices are and suggestions for what you want to add. What I'm going to do for today's webinar is create a what to expect page. So I'm going to select it here, and I'll click Create Page. And you'll see it here on my right side for available menu options. It's highlighted in case I want to change the name of it, but I'm fine with this, so I'm just going to enter. And it is set to draft. Now what I'm going to do is click and drag it and have it under the About Us category. And I'll have it right here under the Welcome page. Now, once again, it's set as draft, but once I'm done making changes to it, I'll be able to publish it so that others can view it. I'm going to save my changes here and exit out. And then under the About Us, I have my What to Expect page that I just added. In order to add content to the page, I click on my What to Expect page here, and I also click the Edit Page tab here. At the top are my layout options. So you can change the layout of how you want the page to be structured with any content, words, or images. I like this one, I'll choose it here. Settings are next, and once again the status is set to draft, but once I'm done making changes, here is where I can change it from draft to published. That way others can see it. Next is the URL section, and this is where you can change the web address of the page if you like. So you'd be able to go to your address bar and type in your web address with a / and then whatever's written in this box here to take you directly to this page. Here we have our page title, which once again is what to expect, but we can change this and have it say anything that we like. And then we have our meta description here at the bottom. Adding a meta description helps search engines like Google list your page as one of the top search results, so it's important for you to use good keywords in your description. Now I have some text that I've already written, so I'm going to select here and delete this and paste in what I've had already. Now I could change the font within this by highlighting the written words here and going to the Styles tab here in my WYSIWYG editor. So for example, if I highlight a family, I'll come here to Styles, and then I can change it here. Let's choose heading 3, and it sets up what we have in our styles. Now the styles we'll cover briefly yesterday in the training webinar, but I'll briefly cover it. If I exit out here and I go to my themes and click on styles, this is where you go to add new styles, and whatever you set up here is what you can access in your WYSIWYG editor. So as I go back to my page, click Edit Page, I can finish changing my headers here. So I'm just going through here and changing all my headers to style number 3. And we have our changes, which I can save. And here they are. Next, I'm going to add an image to my page to make it stand out. To do this, I'm going to click here to bring up my WYSIWYG editor. And I'll choose my image tab here. And I'm going to search for my image by clicking Upload. Choosing my image that I want and clicking Open. And here's my image I'm going to add. So I click OK. And we have our image here, which is quite large. If I want to change it, I'll select it, click Advanced, and I can change my width and height. So if I choose 100%, then my height is going to adjust as well. And we have an image here that's kind of blurred, so I can change that back. And change my height as well. And the image is a little skewed here, but it looks a lot better. I can click and drag it. So if I want to drag it here and align it to the left, move it up a little bit. Then I have these two bumping into it, which looks fine. I'll keep that here. Another thing that I'll be able to do is link this image to other areas in my website. So if I select it again and I come to my link tab here in WYSIWYG, and by the way, the WYSIWYG editor, it stands for what you see is what you get. I can click here on the link, and then I have some options of what I want to link this to. So I can link it to a page or a feed in my site, to any URL, an anchor within this document, a file that users can download. So if you have images that you want to link to, maybe a sign-up sheet or any other file that you have for individuals to download, this is the choice you're going to choose here. Or you can link it to an email address. What I'm going to do is link this image to another page on our website here. So I'll choose this option. And then I have my options here for all of the pages that we have set up. So I'm going to link it to the Our Story page here. Choose that. Then I'll choose OK. I'll save. And I'll exit out here. And then what I should be able to do is click on this image, and it takes us to the Our Story page. Okay, I'll go back and do it one more time just to show you how it's linked to this page. Go to What to Expect. Have our image here. And once again, we link this to the Our Story page. Clicking here would take us to that page, Our Story. So that covers adding and editing pages. I'm going to switch back. And we can take this time to handle any questions that you may have. And so it looks here, I see Ruth, you had some issues hearing me initially. I do apologize for that. This recording is going to be, this webinar is going to be recorded and emailed out, so you'll be able to watch this and hear me from that. So I do apologize for that inconvenience. But at this time, are there any questions that I can handle? While I'm waiting for any questions for anyone else, just want to point out that we do have an updates site. If you go to 360unite.com/blog, you'll be able to sign up to receive updates, and those blogs will be emailed to you automatically whenever there's a new feature. Also, I'm going to put up my contact information again. So if you have any questions about the software, you can reach out to me directly or contact our software support team here. And this is their direct email address and phone number. They are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock, and that's Central Time. We're here in St. Louis. Go back and put up here the update slide one more time, just for anyone who wants to jot down that web address, and they'd be able to sign up to receive these blogs to be sent to you via email automatically. Still waiting here to see if there are any questions to come up. Let me pull up my contact information one more time. Well, it seems that there are no questions at the time, so we're going to end a little bit early. Once again, feel free to take down my contact information and the information to our software support team, so you can reach out to us if any questions arise a little later on today. I'd like to thank everyone for their time. Have a wonderful and blessed day.